I'm Patrick Hageman, and I'm gonna guide you through your full morning routine. I've got plenty of other videos as to why this is so important, so I'm gonna guide you through it just like as if I was there in a training session. All right, here we go. Okay, so we're gonna take our feet about shoulder width apart. We're gonna bring some tension to our quads, some tension to our glutes. We're gonna sniff a little bit of air into our core. Imagine I'm there and I'm gonna tickle you. Don't worry, I'm not gonna tickle you. So, squeezing some tension into our fists, we're gonna pull our chin back and give ourselves that really nice, awkward double chin, okay? We're gonna pull our chin down to our collarbone. We're gonna scrape that left collarbone. Tilt back like you're trying to dump your brain out your ear. Push your chin up to the ceiling, keep your mouth closed. All the way across like you're dumping your brain out your right ear. Down, find that right collarbone, and back to center. We're gonna repeat and go right back. Tilting back, chin up to the ceiling. Tilt forward, find that collarbone, scrape back to center. One more rep. To the left. Take it back now, y'all. Drive that chin all the way up to the ceiling because I don't want you dumping your head back. So we're going across, around, and to center. All right, that's your neck. From here, we're gonna go to spine. So now our goal is to move from here to here and nothing else. So we're gonna take our feet even wider, squeeze those quads, squeeze those glutes, sniff a little bit of air to your core. We're gonna cross our arms over our chest. We're gonna pull our rib cage down to our pelvis. We're trying to round our spine as much as possible, not pooch our butt out. Scrape across to the left. We're trying to point our elbows outside of our left foot, side bend to that left, extend back and climb up your spine. Rotate all the way across to the right, pull down and back to center. We're gonna reverse, try to drive that rotation all the way until it stops. Start to tilt back, go all the way up and across. Keep that tension in your abs. You don't wanna fold in your back. You wanna climb your spine. All the way back to center. One more time. To the left, lean it back. Climb up that spine, chest bump the ceiling. To the left, right. You're gonna wanna make sure you're sipping air as you go through this. You don't wanna hold your breath. Otherwise, you're not gonna get into some of those corners of that available rotation. All right, so from here, we're going on to our shoulder blades. So our goal is to pin those hands to the sides as if we're holding china, like wedding china right between your palms and your thighs. From here, we're gonna pull our shoulder blades up to our ears, pull them back as far as you can without sticking your rib cage out. Slide them down. Drive them forward. Again, I'm not checking for change in my front pocket, I'm going forward. Up, back, down, forward and down. So it should be a little bit of rotation and we kind of moving up and down like we're a locomotive. So our hands are staying on our sides. So we're on to shoulder cars. Our goal is the shoulder joint and only the shoulder joint. No rib cage, no wrist, no elbow, no nothing, okay? So we're taking tension into our quads, tension into our glutes, sniffing a little bit of air into our core. Remember, I'm not gonna tickle you, but I want you to imagine that somebody's gonna do that to you. Crush a rolled up sock or a tennis ball in your left hand. You can do another one in your right hand if you've got it, or you can just make a fist. Externally rotate from that shoulder. We're doing this, okay? We're gonna bring that arm across our body as far as we can. Start to go up through your pain-free range of motion. If you're getting stuff on the top side, stop there, or even a little bit beforehand. Dump that water bottle out and reach back all the way like you're trying to reach the kids in the back seat. Land at your hip. Remember, we don't want this as we do it. We want your rib cage pointing straight ahead. Dump that water bottle, reach, stop right here. Pinky is forward, thumb is back, as if you're putting your watch in your pocket. Reach straight back again. Externally rotate at the back. Come all the way up, and we're gonna switch sides. So keep that tension in this side. We're gonna go right onto the other side. Once you hit that end range, dump that water bottle out. Reach all the way back. Okay, so if you imagine in this spot, like I've got my watch in my pocket, I've got this nice giant tattoo. I want that as close to facing me as possible. So then when you reach back, you're gonna hit a point where you can't go any further. Now we're gonna bring the other tattoo to the front so you can see this starting to peek out. Having landmarks for your brain makes this so much easier. The closer the landmark is to your brain, the easier it's gonna be to make sure that you're controlling this. straight back. One last time, there you go. 3 reps each side. So if you're following along, you're keeping to my pace. Don't go any faster. This is how tense you should be. All right, so now we're gonna take it to your elbows. So now your goal is not to rotate out from the shoulder joint. I'm gonna try to keep this tattoo hidden and keep the sweat in my armpits. I'm gonna make a fist. We're gonna do a 1,000-pound bicep curl. This is probably the easiest one to find tension in, but as you do this, you're trying to spin your pinkies up. You're flexing those elbows. I'm sorry if you can hear my elbows cracking. Rotate over, keep those elbows to your sides and push down. You should feel your triceps as you do this. Open up, flex up. Try to get to the very end and squeeze those biceps like you're trying to pop a balloon between your forearm and your bicep. Over and down. One last time. Up, over, down. Nice. We're gonna do wrists individually. You can do them at the same time if you have that much control. Pin that elbow to your side, keep that sweat in your armpits. Grab your wrist with your opposite side hand, pull that arm in tight, right? This is one that's super easy to cheat, so make sure that you are giving yourself some tension here, okay? Pull into wrist extension, make sure we're maintaining Barbie hand. Tilt pinky side, pull up, and you should be able to slap someone the entire time this goes around. So you're not creepy come here fingers, you're not shot glass hand, you are open palm. Tilt thumb side, pretty limited. Extend that wrist as far as you can. Tilt pinky side and up, thumb side, down. One more time. This is one that you can do at your desk. You're gonna love the way that one feels, okay? Same thing other side. Pull into wrist extension. Tilt pinky side and sweep up. Remember, palm stays open. Tilt thumb side and extend. All the way around. One more time. You can reverse this too. If you like the way that that feels better, it's more important to me that you are in your pain-free range of motion. Do not push through pain. So we're moving on to lower body. You're gonna want something like, in this case, a dowel, a chair, a countertop, or even a broomstick, something to help you maintain your balance because you don't wanna be trying to balance while doing this. We're gonna take our other hand out, we're gonna create tension in that fist, we're gonna push down through our stance leg, and we're gonna get as tall as we can. Take right leg across left as far as possible. From here, we're gonna pull up into a hacky sack position, right? Find neutral, lift higher if you can. The goal is not to do this, the goal is to pull into the end of your hip flexion. Open up as far as possible without pivoting on that bottom leg, kind of a Captain Morgan-y stance. From there, you're gonna start pulling heel up. Your knee will come down, totally normal. You try to keep it as high as you can without hiking your hip. We're gonna pause, dog at the fire hydrant. Knee together, we're gonna squeeze our butt and find hip extension. From there, open up again, dog at the fire hydrant, Captain Morgan. Right here, hacky sack, stab that heel across, okay? Bring it up again, we're gonna do this 2 more times. Hacky sack, neutral, hike it up. Open that gate, ankle bone goes towards the ceiling. Reach back. Bring those knees together, kick back, find that butt. Remember, I'm not doing this and I'm not leaning forward, I'm just reaching back. Lift, open gate, neutral, hacky sack, stab. All right, one more rep. When you bring a lot of tension to this, you will feel warm. I'm already starting to glisten. You can't tell by my shiny head. Reach straight back, find that glute, lift, open, up, hacky sack, and across. All right, we're gonna switch sides. Hacky sack, neutral, open gate, ankle bone to the ceiling, reach back. You might find that you cramp right here. Totally normal, try not to avoid it. Reach back, lift, open that gate, stab it across. 2 more reps, here we go. Hacky sack, neutral, open gate, ankle bone to the ceiling. Fight that cramp, it will cramp sometimes. It happens, it's just your brain trying to figure out what the hell we're asking you to do. All right, here we go. Across, stab. 1 more rep. All the way back. Be aware of how you're compensating to get through this. It's natural. Your body's a really good compensator. So what we're trying to do is teach you to use the joint and only the joint. If you find yourself doing this, try to slow down, make the circle a little bit smaller. It's better to start small and go bigger than it is to start big and have no control. All right, we're gonna move on to knees. Knee cars can be either done standing or seated, but number one is we're looking for from this down to rotate. We're not looking for crazy ankles, we're not looking for a ton of hips. Your goal is to rotate your knee joint and only your knee joint, right? That's what that looks like. This would be a capsule car. Your full knee car looks like this. Externally rotate, extend, internally rotate, pull, externally rotate, extend, internal, pull. One last time, out, forward, in, back. Switch sides. Start back here, externally rotate, extend, internally rotate, pull. Externally rotate, extend, internal, pull. And you can see by this giant stripe on my shin, that's what's rotating. It's my lower leg, right? I am trying to rotate that. The closer the reference point is to your brain, the better. If you're thinking foot, you're gonna move foot. Now it's time to move foot. We're looking for ankle. So at this point, we're gonna point our toe as much as we can. Pull toes towards big toe side. Start to flex and try to pop a balloon between the top of your foot and your shin. Tilt pinky toe side, point. You've probably done ankle circles at some point in your life. If you ever sprained your ankles, you've definitely done them in PT. You've never done them like this. Tension. You want to explore every single square inch of available pain-free space, right? Other side. I like having it in the same side leg as I'm lifting because I feel like I've kind of replaced that limb. It helps me to stay stable. Same thing, point, big toe, up, point, around. And of course you can reverse this if you've got the time and it feels nice, go ahead. But if you're just getting through it, point, pinky toe, up, big toe, down. So you just finished your full morning routine. I'm sure you're feeling a little bit looser and feeling a little bit better about your day. And if you need to, you can chop this up to make it fit your schedule. The goal is that you can knock it out in the morning and it's your buy-in. You'll feel good the rest of the day, but you can always break it up or repeat them as you need them. There are step-by-step tutorials on our YouTube page for any of these ones that you might be struggling with a little bit more. But ideally, you follow this from head to toe, you get it to the point where it takes you less than 8 minutes to get through, and you feel so much better for your day. Thank you so much for checking it out.